Hi, we're back in sunny Bolton here. I'm with Richard Wallace, who's the race manager for Ironman UK. We've just been to the official launch press conference of Ironman UK for the first time in Bolton. Richard, can you give us a bit of background on why we're actually up in Bolton today and not in Sherborne, where the race has been for the last few years?
Well, I think after we left the Sherborne venue, it was, we were looking around for other places that we wanted to be, and the good thing about it was Bolton was one of our choices, and what we looked to do was look at something that would give us a whole aspect. Good bike course, because I think with Sherborne we had a very, very good bike course. We had something that was challenging, yet it was scenic and fast enough for the athletes to really play on. And I think that's what we looked for. Our big goal was, bizarrely enough, Wimbledon in the middle of a city. And I think that's what we've got here, because we've got Wimbledon type locations where you've got the real scenic, the real beauty and the quietness of the course. Yet you've got the M6, right next to it. And I think there's several points on this course where we do actually cross the M6. And Rivington Reservoir is, less than a mile probably from points of the M6. And to come, just the whole aspect of it, a major international airport 16 miles away, pretty much 3 hours from virtually anywhere in the country, I think, really, you can do. Whereas I think Sherborne, didn't have that. And I think we've been really pleased with the uptake that we've had from the athletes, that I think this vindicated our decision to move it and to an area like this where they can offer so much more. It's like we're stood now in Victoria Square, which is where they're hoping to host the finish line. Yeah. This is going to be brilliant. If they've got regularly 25, 30,000 shoppers here on a Sunday, which in summer they will do, mingled with the spectators we bring and mingled with the athletes we're going to have an incredible atmosphere on this finish line. And I think that's what the athletes want. They want that atmosphere when they cross the finish line. They want people cheering their name. They've done 146.6 miles. They deserve people to cheer their name. Yeah. So, that's what we're looking for, and that's what I think we've found in Bolton. It's been a very good venue, very good host, and everything's working out really well so far.
Excellent. And you announced today that you're signed up here for at least the next 3 years. So obviously over that period, looking to develop Ironman UK, build on what you've had before into an even bigger event. One of the characteristics of Ironman UK in the past is, unlike maybe some of the European races, it's not going to be the flattest or necessarily the fastest course. But you were telling me earlier that's one of the things that people actually want from Ironman UK and have come to expect.
Well, we've looked at it in the past, and you can do a flat course around here. We did look at a couple, but you have to take advantage of what you've got on offer. And if you've got hills here, then take advantage of the hills. And I think the British mentality is the harder the better. I don't think there's any coincidence that the British have, behind the Spanish, the largest number at Lanzarote. It's a race that the British embrace because it's hard. And I think we've seen that with the Wimbledon event. It's very, very difficult. Yet people sign up. People will do it year on year, they'll turn around and they'll do that whole aspect of it, and I think that's what we really want them to do. We want them to come here, we want them to challenge themselves, and we want them, when they cross that line and when they get told they are an Ironman, we want them to feel proud, we want them to feel like they are an Ironman. And I think that's what you're going to get here. You're going to get good climbing, but you're going to get good fast ascents and hopefully a fairly flattish run, so that will bring them all back in, so you'll still be able to get your good times. But what we want is we want to get where nobody, if you say you've done Ironman UK, nobody cares about what time you've done. The challenge is to do and finish Ironman UK, and I think that's what we're hoping for.
Excellent. And I know the race is sold out and was pretty much sold out almost on day one. But are you still accepting any people for the waiting list? In case there are places left, is there still a chance that somebody out there that wants to race Ironman UK can still actually make it to the start line in August?
I think with our withdrawal period, we have up until the 25th of April, and we are getting withdrawals at this moment. So I would say if you want to race, get yourself on the waiting list, and I think we will do our best to see you in Bolton on August the 2nd, get you on that start line, and hope you achieve your Ironman dreams.
And one of the other changes this year, the race has moved back to sort of early August. So hopefully we're going to get the great sunny weather that we've got here today. And also, I guess, for people who are looking to qualify for Hawaii, obviously this being one of the qualifying races in the World Series, probably fits better and gives them more recovery time so that they can prepare still probably for Kona in October.
Well, I think it's 8 to 10 weeks now, and I think with September the 7th last year, it was just too close. People had to finish our race, they had to qualify the next day at the Rodan ceremony, and then they literally had to enter Hawaii the next day to make sure they were in. And I think this year, having that extra time will mean that you know, a lot of athletes will be out there, a lot of athletes will be racing for that slot. They'll get to Hawaii and they'll do themselves justice, and they'll really be able to give, you know, hopefully we'll get a few more age group world champions to fill up with our, you know, our current female world champions. So that's what I think we're looking to do. And the early August date, much better for the parents, much better for the kids. You know, they can come and do it in school, they can see the school holidays, and hopefully, you know, we'll stay in early August and it'll be great.
Excellent. And just talking about British champions, last year we had Stephen and Bella, now both Baylesses since their wedding, and Bella obviously did well at Hawaii, on top of an amazing season, and are you hoping Stephen and Bella are going to be back again to defend their titles in 2009?
Yeah, we're really hoping Stephen and Bella come back. We have spoken to them, and so far it is looking like they are coming back to defend. And we've had a good relationship with them over the years. For instance, Stephen actually raced 2003, the first one in Sherborne, as an age grouper. And it's been quite nice to watch the progress where he starts off as an age grouper, comes all the way through to actually winning the whole thing. And I think it was almost a fitting winner for the last Sherborne, that he was there at the first one to come all the way through to the end. And I think what we would love him to do is come back and just almost defend his title at the different venue, but, you know, start a new legacy for Ironman UK and start a new legacy in Bolton for him.
Yeah. And I'm sure he'd be most happy to come and do that if he can, and if he can bring the legs and the heart and the lungs with him. So that's it from us at the moment in Bolton. In the months coming up to the race, we'll be covering the event in a lot more detail. Once the run course is finalised, you can be sure we'll be bringing you all the details on that, all the other news on the race up to the 2nd of August. Thank you very much, Richard.